A bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that's a wake-up call for him because you don't want to go on autopilot too early.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Jackson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Fourth down, here's Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Flushed out right, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And he'll get in for this.
Going after it also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Going deep for Diggs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing is Jackson. That's into the hands of Prochet. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now Jackson on 1st down.
That's complete left side to Bateman.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. A good down to possibly take a shot. And, in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the 1st down.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted.
Jair Elam makes a pick. And the Bills are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
A final shot before half for Allen. He's got a man complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Well, forget about the weapons out wide. Offense set at the line for this next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back.
Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Hyde.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And this one is incomplete.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Touchdown! James Cook at the line for this next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson.
Well, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Play action. It's Jackson.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman.
Down inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll run with Dobbins. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
One more time with Dobbins.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
J.K. Dobbins
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And they're going to get the
play. He gets the points. It really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room. It translated into a big play to put points on the board for their team.
And the Bills are going to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time.
Picked up by Marcus Williams. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one.
Ready to go for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, 72 yards. And the Bills are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
And for this next drive,
where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Steps away. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. 1st down. Here's the run with Cook.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Cook. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Allen now looks to throw.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary at the line for this next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep, and he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Jair Elam makes a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. On second down, Cook. And he's got some space here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is up. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Ready? Back to 60. Back to the lead.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Here's Hurts to throw.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. He'll take this to the 46.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hurts.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Here we go. Back.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
Going deep here for Watkins. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 30 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Throwing is Hurts.
And that's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And some room to work. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Come on, come on. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Go! Cougar 19. Dragon 60. Drop 50, drop 50.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Hurts. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete.
Ready, set.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
Come back team! Come back team! 18 Rattler! 18 Rattler! 60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line.
60 Bison! 60 Bison!
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
70 Timberwolves! 19 Lions! 19 tight! 19 tight! 70 Rangers! 70 Rangers! Ready?
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Let's go now!
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Ready?
He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 3. How this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
11 MT! 11 MT!
Burrow will throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase as the first half is winding down. And the best set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They gave it a shot with the deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there, and now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
They'll throw now on the final play. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. From the 45 on second down. Burrow, open man downfield is Chase. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back.
At the line, this Philly offense set to go. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Another run here with Sanders. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Straight ahead, it's Gamewell. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. They run behind center with Gainwell. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They're going to look to throw.
Going across the middle, and Goddard's got it. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders. Opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
11 MP, take. 11 MP, take.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow, he's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase,
84 yards.
and the Bengals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.